Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to The Legend of Zelda 2, The Adventure of Link. I'll get it right eventually. And we got one more bubble to kill. Or skull. I don't know what. I think they're called bubbles, actually. And I found a key to my fucking turbo. Because otherwise this would just take forever. And my hand goes numb after a while. Later on, these things aren't really that big a pain in the ass to kill. We'll actually be getting attack 3 and 500 experience. So, not much to worry about there. Yeah, look at that magic jar. Now, oh, you know what, I don't really want to get this right now, but getting, upgrades over crumbly bridges is usually not a fucking good idea. Okay, so we're gonna have a mace thrower here. Gotta be careful with him. Ooh, a point bag. Wow. Alright, I'm gonna take a life. Skip that. I'm gonna take life 3. Okay. Now we got an iron knuckle. These are like the most memorable enemy. Now you can kill it like this and just fight it traditionally, so to speak, as we get the candle. Or there's a trick to killing them, which I think everybody pretty much learns over time. The jump and slash technique. Oh, wow. Those bots hurt me that much, huh? Now I know it sounds weird, but it's a good idea to calculate how much experience you are going to have by the end of a dungeon. Gotta be careful of this crazy son of a psycho bitch bubble. Oh, he got me. I want to kill this bubble, but I don't think he's gonna let me. Alright, we gotta recalibrate the screen here. Shit. If we're lucky, we can get both of them to come on one side. Fuck. Oh, I got what I wanted. It just didn't happen how I wanted it to. Oh, get lost. That was close. I mean, theoretically speaking, you could literally... Oh, I thought it died. You could literally just keep coming back to this area to, grind. But, I mean, you don't want to do that grinds in a Zelda game, right? Unless you're grinding money. They still take quite a few hits even with attack 3. There we go. That's what I was looking to do, trap both of them, and I was hoping I would have been able to do it on the last pass, but it didn't work that way. Now 400 is going to be life 4, and then it's going to be 800 after that. Now Horsehead, the last boss of the dungeon, is only worth 50 experience. And you have to figure out how much you're going to get by then, and factor in that at least one enemy is probably going to drop a magic jar. Ugh. So what does that mean? That means you're either going to get the 400, skip it, get attack 4, or you're going to take the 400 and then get 800 for life. Oh, there's an iron knuckle there, and I don't even have my hand on the button. This is the jump technique. So what do I recommend? Well, if you're doing a skill demonstration such as this, I would recommend taking the life and making sure that you're at full health when you fight Horsehead. Because if you don't take life, you're going to get 800, technically 850 experience anyway. It'd be better off to take the 400, skip the next one. Oh, but you don't want to end up with... You better hope this guy better not fuck me. Oh, good. And what I meant by that was because I don't want to get the magic as my freebie. Okay, Horsehead. Horsehead is not difficult. If you jump and crouch, you'll always hit him in the head, which is exactly where you want to hit him. You'll never miss. If you do weird things like jump at him like this, sometimes you get stuck. Alright. So now, like I said, you have a choice. You can either skip life 5 and take attack 4, or you can, because then you only need 200 experience more. So I'm gonna skip it because attack is more beneficial than life. But it depends on who you ask. But for me, it is. So now that we have the candle, we can see in these areas. You've got yourself a louder. Those are what those are called. I haven't been telling you names. Louder's Iron Knuckles, Stalfos. There's a town below me, the town of Rudo or Roto or Router Rooter. Doesn't really matter. We need to go up north here into the Tantari Desert and get ourselves an item. You can actually do this blind, though I don't recommend it. There are people who are good enough, and it's not really about being good, it's about memorizing it, really. That they would know where everything is. You're gonna have a red Goria, which, as you can see, isn't really terribly difficult at this stage of the game. And what we picked up there is actually the trophy. Now, fucking keys, or ache, I'm sorry, those are aches. They're keys in every Zelda but this one. Oh, I got hit, damn it. We might as well get the magic container south of the palace here. Now these red ones here, these are bits, and the blue ones are bots. This may be the first time I've ever come in here when it's freaking lit up with the candle. I don't even know what this place looks like. I mean, I know what it looks like. I have a mental picture of it. But if you're lucky, one of these will drop a points bag. We get ourselves a magic container. And that's really not that important. Because as I mentioned before, we're not really going to be doing much with magic. Only if we need it. And you're really going to need to start leveling magic by the 4th palace. If you're familiar with how the layout of this game is, you'll need it for there, and you'll need quite a bit of it. This is the life lady. She's going to be your lifeline here. This is the magic lady. We won't need her too much. Oh, is this the infamous house? Are you my friend? Yes, you are Error. Oh, Error, how I've missed you. There's just nobody quite like you, Error. Alright, and usually when somebody comes out of a house, they have something important to tell you. She says, you saved the trophy, come see my uncle. It should be 2 separate sentences, actually, but, you know, we're not going to pay attention because the translations in this game are actually pretty good, but the grammar is not. Not that I'm like a grammar Nazi. With this, you can jump very high. And we get the magic jump, which, as its name implies, makes us jump high. It makes us jump up to 5 blocks high, if that makes any sense to you. I'll explain that a little bit more in a bit, with what a block really is. Most of these people, like that woman right there, she'll tell you you can't head south without a candle. You can. There are people who have done this game without the candle, although it's really hard later on. Like, I don't even know how you can really do the area up to the Great Palace like that, but I guess there are people who are, again, if you memorize it, but even still. Fucking Goria. Oh, you thought you had me, didn't ya? Yeah, I saw through you. Those are Octorocks, by the way. These are, I mentioned these already, Louders. Although they're called Beetles in other games, but they're Louders here. We're gonna need jump here, so you might as well just freaking use it. Oh, he's gonna get me, son of a bitch. This is an ache man, because he'll actually turn into a, something. See, this right here, this would be 2 blocks high, and then these are 3. So, jump spell gives you technically a 5 block jump. if you do it right. There's a fairy here, but I'm actually going to save that in case I need it later on. And it's actually easier to go through this swamp here than it is to not go through the swamp. Even though your mobility is greatly compromised. Trust me, it's better. Because then you have to deal with these fucking bouncy bitch things, which I always forget what they're freaking called. Anyway, guys, I'm going to stop this video here. Thank you for tuning in. This is The Legend of Zelda. No, Zelda 2, The Adventure of Link.